Hey, what's up YouTube? This Biker Caliente, and I'm here in the Caliente garage. And in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I have decided to remove my aftermarket exhaust on my Honda Goldwing and go back to the original Honda OEM exhaust on my Honda Goldwing DCT. And for reasons that you might not even think about. So stay tuned to this video, and we're going to talk a little bit about my exhaust and why I have decided to revert back to the original Honda OEM exhaust on my DCT. So let's get started. So if you guys are just tuning in, I appreciate if you would click the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. So we're going to talk a little bit about my original exhaust on my Honda Goldwing. One of the reasons that I decided to upgrade my exhaust is that it's always something that I wanted to do. Some of my viewers even reached out and said, "Hey Chris, have you put out a video on how to upgrade the exhaust?" So it's always kind of been on my radar, but I never got into my exhaust until here lately. One of the things that was brought to my attention was by Mr. Charlie Brown, the Godfather. He actually educated me on a lot of the exhaust knowledge that I actually have, because prior to that, I really wasn't big on exhaust. So shouts out to Mr. Charlie Brown, the Godfather. The Bible said, "Give honor to whom honor is due." And we're going to give Mr. Charlie Brown his flowers. Now, looking at the original exhaust, and Mr. Charlie Brown actually brought this to my attention. I've always wondered, why is the Goldwing so quiet? It has a lot of power, but it's quiet. So he actually brought it to my attention. He said, "Hey, Chris, I want you to look inside the exhaust and take a look at your ports." And one thing that I immediately noticed is that one of the ports is just a dummy. It doesn't even go all the way through. And the other port is about the size of a pencil. Even though the outer diameter is that's probably an inch. But the inside of that is actually about the size of a pencil. So if I take a flashlight and I shine it inside, I'm going to just kind of put the exhaust kind of up toward the camera, and hopefully you guys can see inside. Let me see if I can make this work. Let me turn this around. Give me just a second. Bear with me. I'm going to bring it around. Can we see inside there? Can you guys look at that hole inside of that port? That's about the size of a pencil. If you look inside of the other port, let's do this here. Bear with me. There we go. It doesn't even go all the way through. So you got one hole that doesn't go all the way through. And then you got a second hole that's the size of a pencil. And once again, this was brought to my attention by Mr. Charlie Brown. Thank you for sharing this knowledge with me, because I had no idea. So you got a small hole, you got a big hole. The small hole, it doesn't even go all the way through. It's just a dummy. On the bigger hole, it's just the size of a pencil. So the Honda Goldwing has a lot of power, but it's quiet. It's not as loud. It's give you a little bit of a roar, but it's not loud at all. So I always wanted to upgrade my exhaust, and I decided to go with these aftermarket exhausts that came highly recommended by Mr. Charlie Brown. One of the things that I really liked about this particular product is that the price is really good. You know, there are different aftermarket exhaust that you can put on your Honda Goldwing. I think Remus is an exhaust system, and I think it's kind of very expensive. You can probably go with Two Brothers Racing. These things was under $500. Okay. And the first thing that I noticed when I installed these on my Honda Goldwing is that the sound was amazing. It made the Honda Goldwing roar. So if you guys been keeping up with my videos, I kind of cranked the throttle a couple times to let you guys see how it sounds.
Oh wow. What have we done with it?
And it roars. If you look inside at this entry point, this thing is probably 1.5 inches. The same size as this entry point is the same side of the exit. So if I turn this thing around, see if you can see. You can actually see clean through it. Let me do it like this. So that hole, or I can spin it this way, which is the same thing. Look at that. So the same hole that's on the entry is the exact same hole on the export. So it's probably 1.5 inches. So one of the first things that I noticed once I installed these things on my bike, I noticed the increased horsepower. I noticed the sound was good. Once I started riding and these things started breaking in, it sounds amazing going down the road. When a sports bike or a Harley pull up next to you, they'll know that you got some power too. Again, the Honda Goldwing has always been a quiet bike. A lot of people don't realize the power of a Honda Goldwing because it's quiet. But once you put these kind of aftermarket exhausts on the bike, it increased the horsepower. I noticed that immediately after riding. It gives a better performance, a better response, increased horsepower, and it sounds good. So I just want to put that out there. And these things came highly recommended by Mr. Charlie Brown, the Godfather. Thank you for your recommendations. They work amazing. But some of you may be asking, Chris, if they work so good, then why have you decided to remove them off of your Honda Goldwing? Well, I'm glad you asked. These exhausts work so well that when I'm riding my Honda Goldwing down the interstate, my audio is competing with the exhaust. 99% of my riding is long distance at highway speeds, 80 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour, for an increased period of time on the interstates. And 99% of the time I'm recording every time I ride my motorcycle. So these things work so great, they work so well, that the sound, I'm actually competing with the sound of the exhaust in my recording of my videos. And another thing that I noticed about these exhausts, the faster you go, the louder they get, which is really well. It lets cars around you know that there's a motorcycle in the area. You know, the Harley guys say loud pipes save lives. I say visibility save lives, but you get my point. If you're rolling down the road, wildlife will know that you're coming. Okay? Other cars around you know that you're there. When the Harley riders pull up and start cranking their throttle to show what kind of power they got, you can do the same thing and let them know what kind of power you got. So these things work really, really well. Sounds amazing. I give it 5 stars. The installation is not hard at all. It sounds good. It gives it more horsepower. It gives it a better response. I have nothing but good things to say about this product. The only reason that I have decided to go back or revert back to my original exhaust is because with that original exhaust, it keeps the Honda Goldwing quiet, which is great for my videos. So when I'm trying to make a video going down the road, or I'm trying to produce a video, I don't want to compete with the sound of the exhaust because these things work so well. And that's the only reason that I'm removing the exhaust. The other reason, correction, is 2 reasons. Competing with my audio on recording, and when I'm traveling on the highway for an extended period of time and I'm doing my recordings, the faster you go, the louder these things get. So if you guys want to put some sounds on your bike, you want to increase some horsepower, You want to ride aggressively. You want to let other cars around you know that you're out there. You want to let the Harleys know that you got power too. These things are great. But when I'm recording, going down the road, when I'm riding at highway speeds, 75, 80 miles an hour, the faster I go, the louder these things get, which actually interferes with my audio. Is the only reason that I'm going to take these things off. And one thing I need to add about adding aftermarket exhaust to your Honda Goldwing is that if you're going to be traveling, especially at highway speeds, it's probably a good idea to put some ear protection in, because over time I can see loud exhaust causing problems with your hearing. So that's something you need to take into account when you install these things on your bike. So you may even need to put some earplugs in. I think there's a lot of riders that ride with earplugs, just to protect their hearing. But if you have your Ascena headsets or your Cardo headsets or your Bluetooth headsets in your ear, how does that work when you have earplugs in? So that's something that you need to consider. So with all of that being said, I've decided to just revert back to my original Honda OEM exhaust, because it makes my bike quiet, which is better for my videos, which is better for you guys. And I don't want to compete with the sound going down the highway, especially the faster I go, the louder it gets, and then it's interfering with my audio. But other than that, these things work great. They're not hard to install. I'll show you guys how I actually, take this thing off and put back the original. They're just like the original. If you put them side by side, all the attachment points are the same. So I'll show you guys how I actually, get this thing installed here in the Caliente garage. But I just wanted to just let you guys know what I was doing. I'm going to be reverting back to my quiet exhaust. That way I can ease in and ease out unexpectedly. But for you guys that want the rumble, you want the roar, you want other bikers to know that you're coming, you want to let the Harley riders know that you got some power, these things are great. I will include a link in the description of the video where you guys can pick it up. So I'm going to show you guys how I actually take off the old exhaust, and then we're going to take off the aftermarket exhaust, and then I'm going to put back the original exhaust. In the meanwhile, if you guys have any questions or any comments, put it down in the comment section below.